It's Audacious Monday or Tuesday, wherever you are on the planet. And my name is Jennifer Cramer Lewis, and this is the Audacious Asked TV show. And so what is being audacious to you? What if you were willing to have a life that didn't have any problems in it? What if you were always willing to ask for more than your fair share of everything? More than your fair share of money? More than your fair share of health? More than your fair share of friends? More than your fair share of lovers? More than your fair share of vacations or trips across the planet? More than your fair share of clients? More than your fair share of everything? And that's what I'm here for. I'm here to ask you or invite you to ask more audaciously in every area of your life. And so you can pop on with us and start to ask some questions. The majority of the tools that I use is something called Access Consciousness. And so if this is the first time you've heard of Access Consciousness, you can pop on over to accessconsciousness.com or theclearingstatement.com and get some more information. Some of the people that show up already know about Access Consciousness, and so we're just going to go ahead and use the tools of Access Consciousness. If you have any questions, you can pop them in the chat box or leave it as a comment if you see this as a TV show. And I'd be happy to spend some time with you, asking you to ask more audaciously. Hi, Kim.
Hi, Jennifer.
What's your audacious ask, Kim?
Well, my audacious ask, I have, let's say, a client that has, like this, it's a friend, anyway. And
I have a friend, I mean a client, I mean a friend.
Yeah, well, anyway. But so there's this thing going on where, like, there's this constant doorway to demons that keeps opening. And it wasn't there before, but then she went up and did something and opened up a can of whoop-ass. And, and I'm trying to work with that. So with my, my resistance to that, where I go, okay, well, can I be that, is potent enough? Yeah, I'm on the thing. That's potent enough to just kind of like, or choose different.
Cool. So, do you have any oaths or vows to this friend?
When you ask, I said it comes up as yes.
Okay, cool. So all the oaths, vows, swearings, fealties, commitments, and contracts that you have in any lifetime to this person, will you revoke, rescind, renounce, denounce, destroy, and uncreate them all?
Yeah.
What percentage, yeah?
Oh, it's not very high, is it?
Nope.
Pretty low.
Yeah. Okay, so everything that is, will you destroy and uncreate it all?
Yes.
Good and bad, right and wrong, POD and POC, all 9 boys, shirts, and beyonds. Cool. So, what's the value of participating in her healing? No right answer.
The value of participating in her healing. There's no value in that.
Okay. So everything that is, we destroy and uncreate it all. Good and bad, right and wrong, POD and POC, all 9 boys, shorts, beyonds. Who owes who in this lifetime?
Who owes who?
Yeah.
She owes me.
Cool. Cool. Are you trying to get paid back?
Wow, it's so weird. It's so weird when things just like appear like in your head and you never and it's so easy. And if you thought about it, you would probably never be able to answer that, but yes.
Okay, cool. So everything that is, everywhere, if you heal her, she will pay you. Will you destroy and uncreate it?
Yes.
Okay, what percentage yes?
About 50.
Okay, cool. So all 50% no, will you destroy and uncreate it? Good and bad, right?
Yes.
Talk online, boy shorts and beyond. So fun. Okay, so have a look.
You know what? There's like this cord.
Yeah, well,
There's
it's
this
only there if
cord
you agree.
Yeah, it's okay. Well, I just became aware of it as you cleared that last one.
Yeah.
So it's coming from like my solar plexus.
All energetic attachments, past, present, and future, to this person from any lifetime, any dimension, will you destroy and uncreate them all?
Yes.
Good and bad, right and wrong, pod and pock, all nine, boys, shorts, and beyonds. So when I ask you to destroy and uncreate it,
yeah,
we're not saying don't be friends with this person. It's like, be aware of what this person adds to your life. If they add, the frustration, the anger, then they're actually not really adding anything. Does this friendship add to your life or diminish it?
Well, it's added to my life in the greatest way and to my capacities and everything until like about a month ago. And everything now, it is frustration. And it is like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, why are you doing that? Right?
Mm-hmm.
Become that. And now I'm like, I don't want to do this. I want to play. This isn't fun,
Right.
And
right.
That's
so
why
are you willing to let her go? Are you willing to say, okay, well, my life is actually about possibilities. And so I can see you choosing a life that's not about possibilities. And so, I don't want to be a complete asshole. And I'm aware that this is going to look like I'm being a complete asshole. But come to me when you're actually looking for a possibility.
Yeah.
And so that's called being the dominant entity in your life. And, I've said over and over, I'm a freaking piranha. Like if somebody tries to come into my space and, create a big poo-poo pile in my space, I'm like, no, fuck you, get out. So are you willing to be that energy with this person? Like, look, I really enjoy you when you're dedicated to possibilities, when you're dedicated to creating a future for yourself. I really don't enjoy you when you want to talk about shit, you want to be angry and frustrated all the time. So, if you'd like me to help you with that, I can, but it will be on a client basis and not on a friendship basis. So are you looking for a session? Or are you looking for somebody to believe in whatever's going on with you right now? And I know that sounds mean, but, there has been places and spaces where I had to delineate friendships with people and say, look, this thing that's going on with you, I can help you with it, but that's my profession. You don't actually go to a chiropractor and friend and say, hey, can you help me with your neck, with my neck? And if those type of people do show up in chiropractors' lives, I'm sure of it. But, being the dominant entity is so key to creating a future for yourself, Kim. And you're a mom, for God's sakes. You've got other things to pay attention to other than, a friend who's dedicated to not creating a future for herself.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And yeah. Jennifer's crystal ball says that this friend is doing a lot more than you actually know. So, have a look at that. What do you actually know that this friend is involved in? And does that add to your future and the future of, your family to even have that person around you? Even though they're a wonderful friend. I know, right?
Yeah.
Fuck. So everything that is, everywhere awareness is coming and you're not actually excited about what awareness is giving you, will you destroy and uncreate it? Good and bad, right and wrong, pod and pock, all nine, boys, shorts, and beyonds. Yeah. So that's the one thing about awareness is, you know, you can ask questions, you can get information, you can ask for facilitation as, you know, anytime you want. And when the awareness has come through that people are choosing stuff that you don't want them to be choosing or that you really don't want them to be choosing, then you can say, well, what am I going to do with that? Like, what can I do to actually help? And, you know, if you can't really do anything to help people, the best thing to do is to actually just let them flail.
Yeah.
You know, because she could come to you. She could have sessions if she chose it. But what do you know? Is she going to choose it?
Nope.
Right? I get a no over here too. So, yeah. Yeah.
Nope.
So, yeah, for anybody else listening, you will have friendships in your life where people appear to be, you know, really asking for help. But what they really are asking for in a lot of cases is for you to validate their not choice and their not future that they're creating. And so if you are dedicated to creating a future for you and for your family that's like light and bright and full of possibilities, there will be people that will come and try and like grab onto your life raft. And you don't actually have to choose that. You just don't. You can be like, no, this is my life raft. If you want to come on this life raft, then, you know, possibly 10 sessions, I'd be able to, you know, help you through whatever it is that you're going through. And, you know, are you interested in choosing that? Are you interested in choosing me as your healing practitioner or what? And, you know, if they make you wrong for your healing capacities, then, you know, like what kind of a friend are they anyways?
Yeah.
Yeah. Great question. Yeah. Yeah. So consciousness is not always easy. And so, yeah, thank you for asking that question because, you know, a lot of people will have people coming to them and saying, well, look, you've got to help me with this, but I don't have any money. And that's like, well, what do you have? You know, I've done sessions where I'm like, okay, well, cool. I can see you really want to choose this. So what have you got to trade? And if they won't even be, you know, if they won't even barter, then it's like, nah, you got to go away. Doesn't work for me.
Yeah.
So you're willing to be that energy?
This is that she doesn't, she's choosing what she's choosing. And what you said is that she wanted to change it, but she doesn't, she's choosing it on purpose. And someone else said, it's choice. It's just choice. And I'm like, yeah, but why would she choose that? Because, and now what you're saying, it makes sense. Like she could pay me if she wanted to, but it's not that. It's that she doesn't actually want to choose it. And what you said about she's into all kinds of stuff, like, yeah, I know she is. I mean, I said I'm not going to work with you. Killing, you know, if this is what you're choosing, I'm not going to work with you. I don't want to do this. I said it, but then I don't know, somehow it came back around and. You know, I got rid of it. I changed this. I stopped doing it and everything. And I'm like, no, I didn't feel like you did.
Yeah. Well, then it's like what I was talking about with Maureen. You know, it's like other people's points of view about what you could or couldn't do for them is actually none of your business. And so if you feel that sort of energetic hurting, it's not yours either. It's someone else's points of view. Yeah. Okay. So I know. So everything that's bringing up or letting down for you, we destroy and uncreate the crap out of that.
Yes.
Awesome. Good and bad, right and wrong. Boys, shorts, and beyonds. Cool.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jennifer.
You're welcome. My pleasure.
Okay.
Bye, honey.
Bye.
I'm going to unmute everybody. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Jennifer.
Thank you.
Yay.
So much.
Jennifer.
Awesome. So you guys, that was the Audacious Ask. You are invited to join us next week. Actually, next week I'm off. The week after that, I will be back on. And yeah, what if there was a life that didn't have any problems in it? Are you willing to be the dominant entity in your life with everybody? And are you willing to be obnoxiously happy and obnoxiously wealthy? And anything that doesn't allow that to happen for you, will you destroy and uncreate it all? Good and bad, right and wrong, POD and POC, all nine, boys, shorts, beyonds. Bye, guys.